This is part 32 of Bootstrap tutorial. In this video, we'll discuss the Bootstrap well component. This component gives the content inside it the sunken effect. This component is generally used when we want a section of content on the page to stand out from the rest of the content. Let's look at an example now. At the moment, what we have got here is a line of text. So if we view this page in the browser, this is how that content is rendered by default. Now let's place this content inside a well. So for that, first we need to create a well. To create a well, all we need to do is create a div element with class well. Now let's move this content inside the well. Let's save our changes, and when we reload our page, notice the content is now present inside a well. Here is the HTML for that. Now let's see how to create wells with different sizes. To create wells with different sizes, we have got two different classes. We have well LG and well SM. LG stands for large and SM stands for small. Let's create wells with different sizes. I'm going to make two more copies of this well. And on this first well, let's also use well LG class. And I'm not going to use any sizing class on the second well. And on the third well, let's use well SM class. Let's save our changes. Now when we reload the page, notice we get wells with different sizes. Now with these classes, what happens is it's going to control the amount of padding between the text content and the border, and it also controls the radius of the well. So with well LG class, we've got larger padding, and the radius of the rounded corners is also a bit more, whereas with well SM it's reduced. And this well has got the default sizing because we are not using any of the sizing classes on this second well. And here is the HTML for that. Now let's discuss placing form controls inside a well. Let's flip to Visual Studio. Let's replace this HTML with another piece of HTML. So what we have here is an HTML that's going to give us a horizontal form. We discussed forms in detail in part 20 of this video series, so I'm not going to go over this HTML. Let's save our changes. When we reload this page, we should get a horizontal login form. At the moment, these form controls are not inside a well. Let's place them inside a well. For that, first let's create a div element. I'm going to cut this HTML, create a div element with class well, and then place the HTML of the form inside this well. Let's save our changes. Now when we reload our page, notice the form controls are in the well as expected. Finally, let's discuss changing the well background color. At the moment, the default background color is this. Now we want to change the background color to this color, as you can see here. Now we know that the class that is applied is well class. So let's find that class within bootstrap.css. So here we have the well class, and notice we have the background color style here. At the moment, this is the style that is being applied. So let's make a copy of this class within our custom styles.css, and then change only the background color style. Let's get rid of the other styles that we have, and I'm going to change the background color style to DD, DF, and 7C. That's going to give us the color that we have seen on the slide. Let's reload our page. Notice we get the color that we expect. Thank you for listening and have a great day.